Hello students, the next algorithm, that is the Warnock's algorithm. So the Warnock's algorithm is the hidden surface algorithm developed by John Warnock. The Warnock algorithm is also called as area subdivision algorithm or area based algorithm, as it uses the approach, that is it subdivides the area, each area, into 4 equal squares. In Painter's algorithm, we have seen the procedure to remove the hidden surfaces. But in Warnock's algorithm, it does not deal with the procedure to remove the hidden surfaces. It just tries to display the final picture on the screen. So the basic idea is, as the resolution of the display increases, the size of the picture also increases, and hence its correctness also increases. The algorithm is a recursive procedure based on a two-step strategy. Step 1, decide which polygon overlap the given area on the screen, and step 2 is which polygon are visible in that area. So the Warnock algorithm checks whether the polygon is partially or fully visible in the given area. Okay, we are considering this area here, it is as a area as a. Okay, the area, it will be further subdivided into sample sub areas. Okay, and again the test is carried out for each sub area. Okay, so basically here it means that whether the polygon is visible in that area or not. Okay, till the visibility decision is made, or until the screen area becomes a pixel. So the algorithm starts with the initial area as A and divides that area into 4 sub-areas. Here, according to the screen area, we are classifying the polygons into 4 basic categories. Those categories are surrounding polygon, intersecting polygon, contained polygon, and disjoint polygon. Surrounding polygon means, consider this figure for the surrounding polygon. Here this is the area, screen area, and this is the polygon. Okay, here the polygon is completely covering the given screen area. Okay, intersecting polygon, in the intersecting polygon, polygon is getting intersected with the screen area, that is the polygon is partially inside the screen area. Contained polygon, contained polygon, in this the polygon is lying completely inside the screen area. And the disjoint polygon, the polygon is lying completely outside the given screen area. Okay, so you can see this disjoint polygon, this is the area and this is the polygon. So the polygon is lying completely outside the given screen area. Okay, so these are the 4 categories based on the screen area. Okay, now know that the disjoint category, the polygon which are coming under this category, okay, under category 4 we can say, okay, are totally invisible, right? So no need to consider this for the visibility. Okay, so we are not considering them for visibility, the disjoint polygon. Okay, now we need to concentrate on the first 3 categories: surrounding polygon, intersecting polygon, and content polygon. Okay, now in the Warnock's algorithm, we will keep this polygon in the separate polygon list. Now keep this polygon in the separate polygon list, and that list, it is called as potentially visible polygon list, that is PVPL. the polygon is of category surrounding polygon, okay, then the whole area of the screen will get the color of the surrounding polygon. Okay, see over here, if the polygon it is of category 1, then the whole area of the screen will get the color of the surrounding polygon. Right. For category 2 means intersecting polygon. Okay, for category 2, that is intersecting polygon, we will apply the clipping algorithm. Clipping algorithm to convert the category 2 into category 3 and 4. Okay, this is a mistake. We have to convert the category 2 into category 3 and category 4. Okay, so means if this is the example, okay, intersecting polygon, you can see this part. If we'll clip, then then the polygon will look like this after clipping. So means we are converting from intersecting polygon to content polygon, and the remaining part will be removed, eliminated. So means it will be converting into category 4, that is the disjoint polygon. Anyhow, we need to remove the disjoint polygon, so we'll be considering only intersecting polygon and content polygon. But intersecting polygon is converted into content polygon. Now we'll apply the same procedure, that is the subdivision procedure, on this content polygon. Okay. So for category 3, that is content polygon, we are going to subdivide the area into 4 sub areas and again apply the same logic. Okay. The subdivision procedure is to be applied to the content and intersection category only. Okay. Now, apart from these 4 cases, suppose if there are 2 polygons, okay, and then the polygon is not visible. Suppose one polygon is in front of other polygon. Okay. With the back surrounding, there is another polygon. Like let's consider this example. If there are 2 polygons, P1 and P2, okay, and P2 surrounds P1, then it means P1 should not be displayed. Okay, that is P1 should be removed from the potentially visible polygon list. Okay, so in this case, PVPL could be the list of smallest z coordinate of the polygon. Means always we store the z minimum value of the polygon in the PVPL. That is z minimum, right? So PVPL could be the list of smallest z coordinate of the polygon which are within the area, that is z minimum, and z maximum with the maximum z value of the surrounding polygon. Okay. Now refer this figure. If, so let's consider this P1, P2. Okay, now here P2 is the surrounding polygon. Okay, and this polygon P1 is actually hidden. Okay, so if we'll apply a particular test, okay, on this, on the depth value, means on the z coordinates, then we can find out which one is the polygon that we want to remove. Okay, so if z max of P1, go through this condition, if z max of P1 is less than z minimum of P2, right? When we say this is the right-handed coordinate system, okay, this is the positive z and this is the negative z. Okay, in that case we are considering here P2 is the surrounding polygon. Okay, P1 is hidden. The Z max of P1 is less than Z minimum of P2. Right? This is negative means this is the decreasing lowest value of Z, highest value of Z towards positive Z axis. Okay, so Z max of P1 is less than Z minimum of P2, then polygon P1 is hidden. Okay, and polygon P2 is the surrounding polygon. In fact, if we'll consider all other polygons after P1 whose Z max, is smaller than Z max of P1. Okay, so on the list will be hidden by P2. So remove all them from the PVPL. Okay, so we have to remove all from this list. Okay, let's consider the another example where the reverse case it is there. Okay, in this case we know that there will be a polygon will be displayed that will be based on the Z value of P2, right? Now, if we'll be having a reverse case, but if the polygon P1 is completely inside the polygon P2, okay, this is the P2, okay, and this is the P1. If polygon P1 is completely inside the polygon P2, that is the content category, okay, then it will be exactly opposite. Means in this case, what will be the condition? The condition is if Z minimum of P1 is greater than, why it is greater? Because it is towards positive Z axis. If Z minimum of P1 is greater than Z maximum of P2, okay, then P1 is in front of P2. Okay, so whenever we are considering the depth, we always need to imagine it. Okay, but while calculating this, we can perform some calculations on the Z coordinate. Okay, so based on this condition, we can say that P1 is in front of P2, right? So if this, in this case, the display polygon P1, okay, it will display polygon P1, okay, fill it with the color of P1 and remaining part, the, fill the remaining area by the color of P2, okay. So whenever it is a content category, in that case we need to display the polygon, okay, first polygon that is nearer to the viewer, and the another polygon, the remaining area that will be filled by the color of the other polygon, that is polygon P2 here we are considering. Okay, so these are the two cases in the Warnock's algorithm apart from these four categories that we have seen. Okay, now we'll see the steps, algorithm steps. Step 1, initialize the complete screen as area. Step 2, create the PVPL, that is the potentially visible polygon list with respect to the area, and sort on Z minimum. Okay. So we have to sort the Z values of the vertices. Don't include the disjoint polygons. So here the step 4 is given. Remove the, first categorize the polygon. surrounding polygon, intersecting polygon, content polygon, and disjoint polygon, and then remove the disjoint polygons, because we are not considering at all the disjoint polygons for the visibility. Now perform the visibility test. In the feasibility test, now again, if all the polygons are of disjoint category, okay, if all the polygons are disjoint from that area, then fill the area with the background color. Fill the area with the set pixel color as a background. If the polygon is of content category, then color the polygon, okay, and the remaining area as a background color. So means second case, again I will repeat. If the polygon is of content category, then color the polygon, okay, and the remaining area as a background color that we have seen over here. If we have a single polygon in PVPL with surrounding category, then set the whole area with the color of the surrounding polygon. Okay. And next case, if area is a pixel xy, then find the z value of all the polygons at the pixel xy, and then choose the color of that polygon which has the smallest z value and set the pixel to this color. Okay. So the final, this fourth case is if the area is the pixel xy. Okay, that is neither we'll say 1, 2, 3. Okay. In that case, we need to compute the z coordinate of the pixel. Okay, of all the polygons in the list, and the pixel is then set to the color of the polygon, which is the color of the viewpoint. And now after that, step 6, if none of the above cases are true, then subdivide the area further and go to step 2. Go to step 2. Again, next follow the same steps. If we reach to a stage where we can take some decision on the visibility test, okay, from this means that stop this process. Okay, means we need to again subdivide the area, okay, and after subdividing the area further and again performing the visibility test, if we'll be taking some decision based on these categories on visibility test, then stop this process. So the Warnock's algorithm, it works like this. The advantages of this algorithm are it follows the divide and conquer strategy. Okay, because of it follows this divide and conquer strategy, parallel computers can be used to speed up the process. Okay, and because of that, extra memory is not required. Okay, so that is the advantage with the Warnock's algorithm. So thank you. I hope you understood this algorithm. You read it once again, the Painter's algorithm and the Warnock's algorithm. If you will be having any doubts, okay, you can send me the doubts. Okay, thank you.